Think like a genius. So, what I want to talk to you about today is how we can develop a skill that can give us a maximum ROI over our lifetime. So, this was a question that was asked to me by a kid who is in college, and he thought that, hey, Deepak, can you suggest me something that I should learn on, something that I can practice this year that can help me in my college life as well as help me as I get into professional life? And I thought about that. I mean, this kid is very smart, thinking about his future right now. That's awesome. But as I thought more about that, I'm like, oh my God, that's such an important question that all of us should actually address. And perhaps I should go back to drawing board and work on that skill myself. So as I more thought about this, I came to a conclusion that having a great analytical skill is probably something that is going to give you the maximum ROI over the lifetime. And how I achieved at that conclusion was because obviously I talk to a lot of clients every single day. I have a goal that I want to talk to 3 new people every single day at the bare minimum. And many of these people are business owners. Many of these people are high income earners. Many of these people are VPs, CTOs, and great engineers, doctors, all kind of smart people out there. And what I have seen is over and over again that people who are really, really analytical, people really who have mastered this skill seems to do very, very well. So I'm going to share some tips as to how you can develop those skills. And I'm going to work on those skills myself as well, because now that I think of it, I think they can also help me. So number one, first thing you want to do is become really, really good at critical thinking. So what is critical thinking to begin with? Critical thinking is your ability to be able to challenge your assumptions. So no matter what we are doing, for example, in our financial discussion call, we talk about a lot of different topics. And if I say something, you should be able to challenge that. You should be able to come up with ideas why that might not be correct. And that's the beauty of discussion calls, by the way, because I do encourage people to be able to challenge each other, because we want to get to the core of that subject matter and better understand it. You need to be able to evaluate evidence. So when you have facts, figures, numbers, you need to be able to make sense out of that, right? And consider different kind of perspectives as to what might be good or what might be bad. Oftentimes when we have sort of made a decision that this is the way we want to go, we don't really look at different perspectives. So being able to see from a different point of view, that helps us become a better critical thinker. Now you can practice this by challenging your own beliefs. So you can go do that today. For example, very simple. Let's say this is the election year. I'm not a political guy, but because this is an election year, let's say you believe that Democrats going to do really, really good for the country, or Republicans going to do either way. Go challenge your own belief. Ask yourself questions. Why do you think that way? And what do other people think? Could you possibly be wrong? So being able to do that, if you want to practice this every single day, think about all kind of beliefs that you're developing and try to challenge your own beliefs. Don't go out there and challenge other people's beliefs. So that is not going to work out that nice. So don't do that. But definitely challenge your own beliefs. That will help you develop this critical thinking. Number two, learn from experts. So I watch a lot of videos. I watch a lot of podcasts. I interview a lot of people. I'm in client meetings all day long. So I'm learning from those clients, although I'm providing consultation for their tax or business matters. But as I'm talking to them, I'm also learning from them. I'm trying to figure out what makes them so great. Why are they so good at it? Why are they getting paid $400,000-$500,000 a year if they're W-2 income? How are they producing $500,000 in stock market? How are they doing so good with real estate? How did they build their venture capital fund? How did they build a startup? I'm asking those questions, and as I'm asking them, I'm learning. And that helps me, right? So listen to thought leaders in your market. Listen to podcasts, read books. Especially related to science, finance, strategic thinking. All those kind of things can really help you. I personally love finance because there's a lot of analysis there. So I like that. One of the things I would recommend people do is, let's say you like Apple or Tesla, whatever that stock that you like. Go out there and gather all kind of news and see if you can analyze that. So if I go back at the basic of what is analytical thinking to begin with, right? That means you're able to collect data. You need to be really good at that. You need to be able to process that data, and you need to arrive at some conclusion. You need to be able to analyze that data as well. So that's what I'm saying. What you want to do is you want to be able to collect all kind of news, all kind of data that you can find about whatever your favorite equity is. then process that data and arrive at some conclusion that what do you think, why that is good or why that might not be good. That can help you quite a bit in developing your critical thinking and analytical thinking. Third thing I can suggest is engage in problem solving activities. The more problems you can solve, the better you're going to get at this. And they don't really necessarily have to be from the finance world. They could be at your work, they could be at your home. So if you're a student, maybe you're in college, maybe at your school, look around you. What are the problems in your house? What are the problems in your dorm? What are the problems in your classroom? Can you go solve some of those problems? You need to get really good at finding some creative solutions, and you will come up with creative solutions if you're able to collect all kind of data. The more data you have, the better you're going to do that. We see all this AI stuff going on these days. What's driving the AI is the data. The AI company is only as good as the data they have. So we are I guess a better version of AI ourselves. So the more data we have, the better processing we can do, better analysis we can do. So go out in your classroom and see what can you do. Do puzzles, do strategic games. You can do financial games. You can play with your friends and try to figure out what works for them. And try to challenge those in a friendly way, obviously, but more importantly, challenge yourself. Okay. Study mathematics and logic. I think that can work very, very well, especially if you're in school. I know the older we get, you ask me to go back and take a stat class or a calculus class, I will be a little bit scared. But they're fun especially if you want to, if you look at it not really so much from point of view of learning calculus or learning statistics, but they're really fun if you're thinking that can help you make more money, that can help you get better at your job, that can help you make better decisions, because the purpose is not to learn calculus, purpose is to develop your analytical skill. So I think math and logic can definitely help. Okay, take courses or workshops. So consider enrolling in courses that focus on analytical skills. This could include, data analysis, critical thinking, research methods. Now, research is very interesting. Now, many of us haven't really done research ourselves. I'm not talking about you. I know some of you guys have. I'm talking about me. I haven't really done a lot of research, not like an official research for like writing a book or writing a research paper or whatnot. But my daughter, she's in school and she writes all bunch of papers, and she do it in such a specific process that she has, and sometimes I feel like maybe I can take a break and learn that process, and that process can help you get better at research as well. So I think that's very good. Now, what I'm getting at, if you haven't really done it, maybe you can take a course on Coursera or Udemy, or maybe something in person, maybe enroll in a class at a college or university, and try to get better at researching. That can help you become better at analytics as well. I think when we have somebody else can critique our analysis, somebody can challenge us, that also helps us. I think that can only really happen if you take a course and you have a professor who can look at it and ask you questions. Maybe make up a group or 4 or 5 friends if possible, and challenge each other there. And the purpose is not to really critique, but the purpose is to get better. I think friendly competition like that can also help you with that skill. Practice data analysis, right? Many people who are my client are engineers, and you guys are really good with SQL, Excel. These days, there are a lot of tools, online tools that can help you do data analysis in so many ways. You need to get better at all these tools because they help you make sense out of that data. Writing can help you as well. I think the more we write, the better our thought process get. And I think there's a modern way of writing. For example, I'm making this video today. If I look at it from 10 years from now, I might not like this video. I'll probably find 100,000 mistakes in it. But every time I make a video and share my thoughts, I'm getting better at expressing myself. So all I'm saying is practice. The more practice you do with writing, making video, blogs, whatever your way of communication is, the more you practice, the better you get at it. Reflect on your own work. I do. Sometimes I make a video or do a Zoom call, or I'm interviewing somebody, and after that I'm like, why did I say that? That makes no sense. So reflect on your own work. That can help you a lot. And always seek feedback. Ask people, what can I do better? Tell me, how can I make this better? That's the key question. Because we want, if you, the only difference between people who don't get better and people who get better is that people who get better are always asking for feedback and acting on that feedback on a regular basis, right? And last tip I'll give you is stay informed. So no matter what field you are in, whether you are in medical science, biotech, technology, AI, whatever that field is, I'm in finance, taxes. I spend a lot of time learning about taxes. One of the biggest problem is the more you have done something, you think like you know it all and you don't need to learn anymore. I disagree with that. I think we need to, the more we know, the more we understand how much more there is to be learned. I'm learning new strategies, how to deliver more value. I'm learning, why do I learn about VCs? Why do I learn about startups? I learn about that because when a client comes, I will able to provide them more value. I'm talking to attorneys on a regular basis. I'm not a lawyer. I don't provide legal advice. Why do I do that? I do that because when I see a potential problem, I need to be able to point that out to a customer and advise them, hey, go talk a legal counsel before you get in trouble. There's a lot of value in that. Many times people call me, hey Deepak, how do I grow my business? And I'm able to provide them valuable insight. I mean, I'm not providing them marketing services, I'm not providing them sales services, but I need to be able to help my clients in any way possible. And that includes taxes and way beyond taxes because I'm their advisor. I want to be with them when they start their business all the way till they sell their business. I want to be there. I want to be part of their success. So only way to do that is me being able to stay informed. So I recommend the same for you to do that. And lastly, apply that analytical skills in your real life. So don't wait for a moment, don't wait for a job, wait for an opportunity to arrive in your life where you go like, oh, you know what, now I'm going to do that. It might be too late. You might have already forgotten. I meet so many smart people who are just full of knowledge, but they're smart, but they're just never able to apply that knowledge. Why? Because they were not applying it on a regular basis. So look for opportunities in your daily life, in your job, and see where can you apply these analytical skills. Identify those. This could be in making decisions, planning, evaluating options. So if you're a student, for example, vacations are fun. Everybody wants to go on vacation. Participate in them. You go like, let me see how can I find tickets for cheaper price. How can I make a better hotel arrangements? How can I plan for that vacation better? Ask for discounts. Where can I save money? What are some of the strategies that I can use? What things will impact my vacation? What will be the impact if we go with a higher price versus lower price? What will be the impact if we buy it earlier versus we buy later? All kind of questions that needs to come into the play. But anyhow, the point is apply your skills and practice them on a regular basis. I think that's going to make a big difference in life. So I hope that makes sense to you. If you agree or disagree, please leave me a comment. If you need to reach out to me, I'm on WhatsApp. If you have a kid, if your kid has a question for me, or you have a question, you want me to talk about something, shoot me a quick message. I'm looking for your opinion. I want to know what your feedback is. Hey Deepak, this is where you're wrong. This is where you're right. This is what you should improve. Please let me know. I'm listening. I'll look forward to seeing you on my next discussion call. See you then. Bye-bye.